Disclaimer. This is a completely fictional podcast. So if you're offended, grow up.
Wonder how many times I can say that you garbage.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Four Guys in a Nitrous Tank with an envelope in the center of the table.
We don't have.
Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong podcast.
Wrong one. Yeah, this different
Oh,
one.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dabs and Blabs podcast. I am your Lawrence Welk of this sideshow, Matthew. And to my left, I have Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe.
To my right, I got Brandon.
Hi, I'm also here.
He is.
And last but always least,
Yeah,
I got one more person.
I remember now.
Apparently.
Sir,
Yeah, we can just.
Cameron,
the
fourth.
has become a custom, Brandon boos every time Cameron's name's mentioned.
Ooh.
There it was again.
Ooh,
That was an accidental boo.
I'll join. Fuck that guy.
Matthew,
Oh, hey.
Hey.
What's up?
what are we doing?
How we doing, fellas? Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
Sorry, I just came from my other podcast. I'm still a little
It's
loopy.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. It'll wear off in a minute. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
You did come to the right podcast. To
Oh, yeah.
chill out.
So, Dabs and Blabs.
That's us.
So, we just took Dabs,
Yes.
and then we gonna blab about whatever comes into our pretty little heads.
And
But we
they-
don't want to hold the people hostage.
They are pretty heads.
We also don't want to keep them uninformed. We don't want them to click anything yet, buy anything yet. That's up to later discussion.
Yeah.
And we just want to get to the point. So if they want to turn on something else, they can. But tonight's strain is, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Sundae Driver. Leafly branded. Go.
Sundae Driver is a hybrid marijuana strain made by crossing FPOG with grape pie. The effects of the strain will make you feel balanced, calm, and happy. Sundae Driver has a sweet, mellow, and creamy flavor. Growers say this strain comes in light green and purple buds that are drenched in trichomes.
We like those.
Cameron winked at me when Brandon said creamy flavor. I don't know why. I just did
Cameron,
that.
It didn't.
come on, man.
It didn't mean to happen if it did happen.
Wrong podcast as well for him.
I think we got to change these fluorescent lights.
I think you're just trying to make it sexual.
No, it wasn't.
Watch out, Joe. You got
You-
some competition.
Yeah. Sorry, Jill. You had to find out this way. Episode 15, 14? What are we on?
15,
It doesn't matter.
I think.
I mean, I was counting, but I guess we're not
16.
anymore.
What is counting matter?
60. No, it's 15.
Did he even do a review?
Oh, I might have cut
No, he
him off.
didn't. Yeah, we.
No, now we're getting this review.
This
coming
is my
from the-
Is
favorite.
this a user review?
This is my
Yes.
favorite part.
What's the name of the user?
Jay.
Oh.
J-A-Y or just the letter J?
J-A-Y.
All right.
Dash Z?
No.
No,
J-E-Y?
It's not.
Would he write, would
It's not
Jay-Z
Sean
write Jay-Z if he did a Leafly review?
Absolutely.
He would absolutely leave it
That's
under
what I'm
Sean C.
Ooh,
Just to make you think?
thank you.
Yeah. All right, what's our review?
He'd say this blueprint.
Are you asking me my opinion of this? Yes, we are, Jay. Well, let me tell y'all, I'm a veteran smoker of over 30 years. This ain't weed, this is herbal greatness. Kudos to this strain. For those beginner smokers that assume y'all know herb and its capabilities, y'all best check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Hey, you think you know Herb.
Is that a Rex and Effect song?
I don't think that was the exact quote from it, but maybe.
Long story short, this herb, not weed, ain't for no beginner smokers. Better yet, y'all beginner smokers better go get a signed permission slip from your parents. After years of blazing, I rate this bud on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. I rate this a 25. Unbelievable strain.
Matthew, initial impressions. What kind of rating would you give it? Just
Would you give
initial.
it a
It was
25 out of 10?
definitely creamy.
Yeah, but how many?
Oh, compared to what we've had so far on this wonderful podcast, which
Headband's the clear favorite.
I
at this
would
point.
I would all agree.
Still early on, still accepting competitors.
I feel like we came out of the wound walking. You know what I mean?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I love Headband. yeah, headband's number one. But as far as this strain goes, very creamy, very light, airy. I kind of like the spot I'm in right now.
Yeah,
So,
I like the
yeah.
spot you're in too.
Thanks.
It's a fun thing we do sometimes.
Well, this strain is actually the stuff that my guy got.
The flashcard
It is.
guy?
Oh,
Flashcard guy?
did you trade him affirmation cards for movie set drugs?
No.
Pretend drugs? Fictional cannabis concentrates? No?
No.
That's
He
good.
doesn't need affirmation. Probably does,
I
actually.
don't know,
I was
because
gonna say it sounded like he was having a rough
Yeah,
day
he
last
sounded
time.
like it was a rough day. Like, yeah. Last time was weird.
people don't respect the lives of the delivery men and women.
I don't know, we were also talking about having him over.
Yeah, maybe at some point.
This month.
Anyways,
Cameron, never become friends with your drug dealer.
yeah, I feel like Pineapple Express should have taught us
Always ends bad.
that, especially with how James Franco turned out.
Oh, Brandon.
That's a callback.
Yeah, well,
Well,
for several reasons, but
yeah.
yes. Good job, Brandon. Now you went and made it real.
Well, there you go. The listeners are all caught up.
Are they?
Well, I mean, as far as,
So this is episode 14, right? 15?
16.
14.
16?
Pretty sure it's 14.
Oh.
Who cares?
Well,
What's your point?
I didn't have
You brought this up twice now. What's your point?
because that means people have, if they've listened to all of that, that's a total of 14, 15, or 16 hours, depending on how many episodes are out.
Just like a flight to
that's-
Thailand.
But I'm
So,
saying that's
no
it's
big
cool
deal.
because that's how much time that these people have spent with us.
Sure.
yeah.
We,
I mean, that
we're
is.
growing in the charts.
I made the
Okay.
point before the podcast starts, before the podcast started, though, that we can't quote the scripture to Matthew anymore.
Why?
Oh God,
Why?
why, Brandon?
Why?
Matthew has listened to this podcast so many times over already.
Oh,
That-
this scripture.
Yeah. That he already has.
Oh, you mean like a transcripture?
Yeah.
Getting me kicked off that book of
Transcripture
Paul.
radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The podcast being scriptures, being the scripture, the
Scriptures of what though? Like what book do we follow?
Church of Guns and Bald Eagles.
Sir, there's already a church like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about
It's
that
called
today.
the Catholic Church.
Oh, we'll talk about them later.
Or
No,
we
that's the
won't.
Church
Or
of
we
Catholics
won't.
They're everywhere, not necessarily
Yeah.
just America.
See,
Religion's on the latter half of the podcast.
See, but this is what I was talking about. I mentioned it last week and or a couple of podcasts ago.
See, listen, you got to keep it light for the listeners at the beginning.
I just want to talk
Get them
about.
hooked.
I just want to talk about the theory that I made up of the last conqueror theory.
Was it the last Byzantine general theory? Did you get that all confused?
No.
Okay.
Sounded like a prisoner's dilemma almost.
Sure.
No, it doesn't track. Thank you for listening, Matthew.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay, what's your point?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna let him keep talking. Thanks, Brandon.
Last Conqueror.
No, like the last conqueror theory of like, that's basically so that's what religion did, right? That's how it spread, like as a cult. It's that whole fucking
I mean, it is a cult.
they're all cults.
Yeah. Why I'm an atheist.
Good cults are still cults, and all cults are bad cults. I thought for sure Brandon was about to hit me with all cults matter.
Religion is the opioid of the masses. Karl Marx.
I mean, couldn't the atheists get together and make an atheist church of the non-God believers and get tax exempt?
No.
Let's send that
There
over
is
to
the
our
Church of
resident.
Science.
Because it's not, it's science. Atheism is more about, like,
Well, there's also like
shit that you can actually see right in front of you.
Christian Science. There's a branch.
There is the Church of Christian Science.
that, yeah. So which that gets really confusing.
Yeah.
It's like you believe in some, but like I don't like the whole picking and choosing of what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either take things for the full picture or just don't look at the picture.
Personally, I think we should follow Pastafarianism on this podcast.
And
Oh my God.
please delve into that because it's been a while since I've heard that story.
All hail the flying spaghetti monster. Thank you very much.
Spaghetti.
I don't even believe in the flying spaghetti monster. That's
Have you seen it? It's fucking whack.
wow. Hot takes on religion. Go.
What the hell are we talking about?
I don't know,
the
man.
flying spaghetti
Flying-
monster?
You guys are letting me fucking fly.
it's a
solo
god.
right now, and I don't like.
So what?
It's a god for a religion.
Flying spaghetti monster is the deity of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or Pastafarianism, a social movement that promotes a lighthearted view of religion. It originated in opposition to the teaching of intelligent design in public schools.
So do they throw spaghetti at each other? I'm not getting.
It's
No,
basically
it's
a
just
middle
no.
finger at religion.
Yeah, it's just meant to make fun of religion.
Yeah.
Are they tax exempt? Is this real?
Yeah, that's actually a real religion.
Yeah.
You can also religiously classify as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, no, that
Are
one,
the Jedi
that
tax
one,
exempt?
That one makes
Can you wield a lightsaber in public?
We wish. Everybody.
Well, let's since we're talking about science, like, what's the realistic outlook on having a fucking lightsaber? It's probably not gonna happen, right?
I mean, it's pretty damn close right now.
That's a plasma torch, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn close right now, actually.
So
Surprisingly.
so you're gonna say that lightsabers were plasma torches?
Well, it's more of a controlled laser, what we got right now, but
Are they able to accurately recreate the sound? Because I feel like you're not.
that's the hardest thing to recreate.
How you
because
put
you're
a
literally
fucking
talking-
speaker on it, you play a loop.
You're
Okay.
talking about a light sword, though,
Like
or a
an
laser
actual,
sword.
yeah.
That's it's incredibly hard to make, like, because light
What that would
isn't a physical thing.
actually be is just a laser that is controlled,
It's just
at a certain
photons
distance.
bouncing
Yeah,
off your eyes.
basically.
So you can't really make like light sharp enough to cut something because you can't make light physical.
Well, that's horseshit.
Physical.
I wanna hear
talk.
Oh, speaking of, Matthew, you sent me a text today that said to remind you of something, and I didn't see the colon, and it said, remind me, Buttercup. But when I read it, and I opened the text, it just said, remind me, Buttercup. And I was very confused for a second.
Yeah, I did. I did send you.
So, do you want to talk about whatever Buttercup is? Because it clearly wasn't me in that scenario.
Why are we building a buttercup?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's Buttercup?
Well, I was perusing Reddit today.
Naturally. As one,
And,
as one does.
I came across this questionnaire. It's like, so I thought I'd inspire it and flip it, and then I directed it at Cameron because Cameron is the relationship guy at this podcast.
Oh yeah.
So Cameron, the question would be, when you're out and about at a bar, since you're in a loving relationship with Jill,
Hi, Joe.
Yeah.
how do you keep what is your go-to phrases to keep, all the women from hitting on you?
Hi, I'm Cameron.
Yeah. He talks? What
I mean,
kind of...
they'll see my Legend of Zelda tattoo and probably run the fuck away. So.
That's funny. That was one of the answers because the girl said as soon as the guy came over, because it was a girl-guy switch scenario.
Sure.
Don't get me into pronouns.
Just go.
She said that she showed the guy her Star Wars tattoo, and he turned around immediately.
Are you kidding me?
Some people just can't dream.
I mean, some people are like really against that shit.
So what are your top go-to 3 phrases to bat the women off you at a
Well, the
public?
I mean, I don't really go to bars, so.
Wow. A sad person doesn't go to bars.
Cameron.
I don't have time,
Cameron.
man.
Cameron, this is a fictional podcast.
Yeah. So
Give me 3 answers, please.
3 answers.
well, the first one
Your
was
top 3 answers to keep the women off of you
We asked
at a bar.
we asked 100 Americans. Survey says
we asked 100 Camerons, and this is what they said. It's top 3 answers, Cameron. You can literally not get them wrong.
Hi.
So that's all right,
That's a really good-
acceptable.
That-
Acceptable.
one.
you know,
I'll take that.
you know.
let's see. Hi, I'm
That
Cameron.
works.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Cameron. Ding,
Number
ding,
3.
ding, ding.
No,
Damn, that's a good one.
that's not what it was. That's not the answer though. It's hi.
Oh Jesus, that was a longer pause, and we just cut you off.
You had to get specific.
That's never happened before.
It's not very nice.
Oh, in that case, we got a strike.
It happening to be an Asian woman and me going hero hero.
Casual
Get
racism.
him out of here.
Yeah.
See you
Number
later.
1.
See
Yep.
you later.
Casual racism / sexism. Yep, that is number 1 on the board right there.
Again, this is a fictional podcast. I'm not
is.
telling the audience that. I'm reminding myself.
Well, if you're offended, grow up.
Oh, thanks.
'Cause
That's
I'm
the
not-
first intelligent fucking thing I've heard him say since the Zelda
Did he
argument.
get a 3rd one out yet?
No.
No.
We always do this. Continuity is a problem.
What?
What's the
Continuity
third
first.
go-to line that you would use in a hypothetical scenario?
Well, if you couldn't talk, I would imagine you would just
I would
give
probably,
the girl a buttercup.
Oh, Matthew. God, I hate you.
I don't know.
Hold on. This is a trap.
If I see a girl staring at me, I'll walk up to her and just kind of scratch my head and say, "Oh, I got lice,"
It's a trap.
and just
What?
freak them
We
the
already,
fuck out.
You can't talk anywhere.
trap.
Fuck your lice.
I don't
What?
got lice.
Cameron, you just participated in a big long setup there.
Diseases number 2.
Matthew, you sneaky little snake.
What?
What's Buttercup?
That's where Cameron has the unholy,
The unenviable
yes, talent
ability.
of flatulence on demand in his hand with a turned smack across the lady's cheek. The buttercup.
So you fart
Wait.
into your cupped hand and then you throw the waff or the waff and the hand in the face? Because this could be wildly
Are you saying
problematic.
that I could do this to Jill and torture the fuck out of her?
No, we were
Chill.
talking about you hypothetically in a bar if you ever went out and not opened your mouth and women were hitting on you and you were in a committed relationship with Jill and you had to get the woman away from you, you would, number 3 was buttercup.
I don't.
You would fart in your hand and then you just smack her in the face. That's what a buttercup is.
That's gross.
I learned that today. I didn't know what that was.
Why would you ever do that to anybody?
So I did not make that
Legit.
a thing.
I mean,
Reddit made that a thing.
Reddit didn't make that a thing. A Reddit user made that a thing.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? I learned on Reddit.
They have
today that
a
was lot more
worldwide
fun.
platform.
Yes, Brandon. What did you learn on Reddit today?
So today I learned
Yeah, nice start.
that
Was that the subreddit you were in?
yes,
Of
actually
course. It's the one you were into?
No.
Yeah. You lost that
I was
bet,
on the
Brandon.
front page hot.
but
Y'all just out here on the front page hot, man. I'm not even subreddit.
I mean, it even says it at the top, front page of the internet.
Yeah, I can't waste
I'm
time.
like, okay, where else would I be?
But anyways, King George V of England was essentially killed by euthanasia by the world's first speedball.
Yeah, this is true.
What's a speedball?
Speedball is an upper and a downer at the same time, so it's taking.
Why would anybody do that? And it's just called Cameron?
No,
Normal?
you're gonna feel silly in a second.
Yeah.
So they injected him with about 3/4 of a grain, so about 48 milligrams of morphine,
Yikes!
and about 60 something milligrams of cocaine.
What's the worst that could happen?
How many? How much cocaine?
About 60 milligrams.
Is that a lot?
Milligrams.
Directly-
How many milligrams are in an 8-ball?
How many? Hold on. How many?
So well,
How many milligrams in a gram?
it'd be
1,000?
1,000.
I don't know
Okay,
any
so-
of this shit.
If
Right?
so, it'd
'cause
be
kilo would be 100.
3,500 milligrams. So how many milligrams? It was 60 milligrams. But of like some medical shit. Because
Of medical grade shit straight into his veins.
yeah, of medical cocaine and medical
Straight into his
fucking
veins, wow.
morphine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a recipe for disaster.
No, they were trying to
Yeah.
kill him.
Oh, yeah, well, it works.
He
Yeah,
said
because he was dying.
euthanasia.
Because
But what did children in China have to do with that?
Did you not
It doesn't
hear,
make sense.
You don't know what euthanasia is?
What are the
You don't know what
Oh,
euthanasia is?
euthanasia. You mean that one?
Yeah.
Kevorkian.
like-
Oh, I know Jack. Do you know Jack?
Shit. Yeah, Michigan boy.
Okay, you really do know Jack. That's weird. I was just comedic effect over here.
We'll get back to Michigan in a second because God knows what
We'll get back to euthanasia after this.
But no, we were talking about that, and basically, so what it was is the king was dying anyways. He was going to die a slow, painful death,
Yeah, they
and
usually
so
do.
essentially they sped up the process. Part of that was because he was likely going to be dead within the next 48 hours, and essentially they wanted him dead so it could be published in the morning papers because it was considered more dignified than being in the evening papers.
That is some trying to control the news type shit right there. Like,
Killing a guy to.
No, it's just, hey man, we were gonna do this at 7 o'clock in the morning, but the papers are already gonna be out. So you guys want to wrap this up by 8 p.m. tonight? Thanks.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It's like the newspapers were already preparing to run headlines about the king being on his deathbed, and I was like, yeah, let's just kill him. Apparently-
let's assist his suicide.
Apparently, they have a similar plan for Queen Elizabeth at this point. So let's hope this bout with COVID doesn't take a turn for the worse.
Yeah, that's a bummer, right? The Queen. God save the Queen is what Brandon sent me.
Yeah, God save the Queen and whatnot.
I sent to him. I said, Her Majesty has COVID.
Would you move to England, Brandon?
Absolutely. And I know you asked Brandon, but I'm
Sure.
answering that. I would go too.
What other country would you choose first, though?
I mean, you guys like rain and cloudy weather?
What'd you say?
A lot of them. in terms of countries I would choose first. Like, I love England.
Over England?
I think the only advantage that English has over a lot of countries is the fact that I already speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main selling point. I was thinking about Scotland though. That would be fun
Ireland.
because you're basically in fucking.
I mean, at that point, are we considering the United Kingdom as a country, or are we considering the individual countries of the United Kingdom?
Individual countries, sir. We are
I would
all
go to
about
Ireland.
We are all about the sovereignty of nations.
Isn't Wales its own thing?
Yeah.
Wales, this is his own thing. You want to move to Wales?
I don't know. Is it sunnier and warmer there?
No.
No,
No.
same weather. Same weather.
Same weather, but
Right.
but too many W's.
Yeah, why do you guys want that weather?
Yeah, that weather sucks.
Because it's fucking nice and you can wear hoodies and fucking shit all the time.
So you
It's
guys
never
gonna fly
Nice,
down
it's
and
always raining.
you guys are gonna fly down and see
Fly
me?
over. We're gonna fly over.
Fly down and see me.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna
Spania.
you guys can hop Ryanair, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Could be.
Portugal.
I heard they're like the
Can I go to
shithole of
Ireland?
Europe. Cheap.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah,
Airlines.
they're a real.
Are you setting up shop in Spain or something?
Ireland,
Portugal. Yeah.
All right.
Portugal, Corolla.
Portugal.
All
I'm
right.
gonna bounce between Sawgrass and a Madeira.
Why do you want to bounce around in Sawgrass?
Sawgrass.
Madeira would be good.
Sawgrass.
Madeira.
Or somewhere out in the Azores.
Someone out in the what?
The Azores, out in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah,
Bumfuck nowhere.
Well, Madeira is owned by Portugal, but it's off the coast of like
Africa, yeah.
Morocco.
Yeah, out by
Morocco.
Cape Verde, which also used to be Portuguese.
But basically, I'm going for the weather. So, like, when you have a house, if you want to
What's-
go
what's-
tokenomics, when you have a house, in the winter, you got to heat it. In the summer, you got to cool it. That's a lot of electricity. That's a lot of strain on the grid. That's a lot of money down the drain, especially with Biden shutting down the goddamn pipeline, and then we got to get our shit from other places.
That won't be a problem in Portugal, though.
Exactly, because the weather's almost like San Diego,
Well, because
and Madeira's
also-
like the Hawaii of Europe. So I'll be down there. You guys come
Brandon,
on
hold
down.
on.
Just get an open air villa.
Is that right?
What?
Is that a fair comparison?
It is. What are you
Madeira-
asking him for? Like I'm lying to you.
No, because as established
You
on this
doubting me?
podcast and in real life, Brandon is my fact checker, and when I hear
Well,
something,
what I can tell you about Madeira is that the greatest.
Ronaldo.
Yep, Cristiano Ronaldo is from Funchal
Matthew
is
knows
that
his
in
shit.
Portugal?
in Madeira. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, you're saying Madeira like it was a country or some shit.
No, it's an
island.
group of islands
Owned by Portugal.
Jinx, you owe me a dab.
Ah, nice.
Okay, you heat
So
it
is
up.
this like a the Maldives situation?
That's
It's
over.
the Indian Ocean.
That's in the Indian, yeah.
See, this is why I keep Brandon around to help me with
So
geography.
you know where Africa is, Joe?
We're gonna decorate the studio with
I
maps.
I have heard of that.
You
yes.
know where mainland Portugal is?
To the left of Spain.
Yeah, now I do.
All right. So do you know where Morocco is? To the south of Spain,
I know what a maraca is.
in North Africa, right?
And then you get the Straits of Gibraltar down there from Spain that goes over to Africa that starts the beginning of the Mediterranean Sea.
I'm familiar with the Rock of Gibraltar.
That's owned by England. Greedy bastards. Anyways,
Oh, I only know it because Jay-Z mentioned it in a song.
off the coast of Africa, there's these islands that are owned by Portugal, and that's where Matthew wants to live.
Seems peaceful.
Is Ronaldo going to be there?
I hope he stops by.
Are you
He
gonna
pets a statue.
Are you going to be best friends?
Hell yeah.
The airport
He's
there's
so
named
nice.
after him.
So you guys are gonna be in England.
He respects me because he knows I don't know anything about soccer.
So like,
Or
okay, so
football,
you
whatever.
can't, so you can't even talk to him
else
about
would you
soccer.
go?
So it's like he loves hanging out with you because you don't want.
France.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is
I'm
just
like,
Cristiano. This isn't one of the
This
greatest
is my
soccer
bud
players of all
Cristiano.
time.
He
Yeah.
stops up. We're gonna have some red wine, some
Yeah.
Merlot. I
Very
had
persistent
flown in
from
from
Ireland.
Argentina.
Yeah,
South Korea.
weird.
Merlot,
Man.
Garcon, shout out.
South
Should be
Korea?
a sponsor. Side podcast again.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Always.
has been the side
Australia.
Oh,
I've been trying
Sad.
to chime in, but it
Your
never worked.
vagina chimed in. Is that what you just
No,
said?
I've
it's
been
not, but that
trying
sounds
to.
better.
Yeah, it does sound better.
That time of the month, Cameron.
Oh, Brandon, so rude.
Speaking of that time of the month, Brandon, I found a
Your
brand new
cigarette's still
website.
burning. Your cigarette is still burning.
Matthew, you
Gonna
found
burn
a
the
brand-
house down.
Cameron, go back to your side.
While I was on Reddit, I found a brand new website because it was under the subreddit of.
brand new websites r/brand new
And
websites.
it is
that
beautiful.
one?
That's got.
should look
one.
up
That's got to be one.
No,
There's
it was
there's
the internet is beautiful,
It is.
and this lady made a period app. where she designed personal hertz and waves and sounds and tones in an app
With the pains.
for when you have a period, and it's like a period tracker. And then you can listen to it to help soothe and release the pains, because I guess the pitch is that we all kind of resonate at a certain pitch and or frequency.
We do.
So it's got some scientific papers behind it. Looks promising.
Did you read any of them?
No, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And are you
That's
a
what it
female to
is.
test this out?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm not deep diving into this thing. If
Oh,
anything,
gross.
I would pass that off to
Yeah.
a female.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah,
probably
that's
know.
exactly-
I was really that interested.
Yeah,
and I
you
thought that all our listeners would think, man, gotta find out more about that period tracker. But fucking he brought it up, so what does it matter?
Brandon brought it up.
Yeah, he did.
Hey,
He said Cameron's that time of the month, and I thought maybe Cameron could try it.
Cameron Tracker.
Yeah, the Cameron PMS tracker.
No, that's
Why
what
would
that's
I-
what Jill uses Life 360 for, Cameron Tracker.
Cameron Tracker.
Basically.
Cameron, you got any hot takes on that?
She's got an AirPod on you?
I mean,
She's got a chip on him.
Yeah, an AirPod.
it was kind of like a joke thing at first.
He's
and
got an
then,
Android,
now
so
we
he would
kinda
never
just
pick it up.
Is it a chip on his
Stalk each
shoulder?
other.
No, the Apple AirPods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
you
chip
can
in
like
it?
order them from Apple.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I stalk Brandon on Snapchat all the fucking time.
Matthew, why are we?
Gotta
even
get
here?
them rides.
Why
Yeah,
did
we
we show up?
Why did you show up?
These two just hijack it.
You guys.
what do you-
What are you talking about? You fucking hypocrite.
Yeah, but I'm playing a character, so I'm not a real hypocrite. I'm just a hypocrite for funsies.
Mm,
You are here, but anyway,
but in
in case you heard a random voice there, that was Lamarck of Lamarck fame. She does not exist, apparently.
I can tell from our social media accounts.
Oh, Matthew!
Boo, boo.
Oh, get him off stage.
that was nice.
Shots fired. Lamarck, you got any remarks? Nailed it.
You're so
Fucking nailed
Boo.
it. Yeah, see, totally worth it. That part right there just made it worth it. We're awesome. Matthew.
One,
What?
I don't know. You just have that look on your face like you're wanting to tell me something.
No, not at all.
I'll tell you what we can do. We can circle back now. We're going to do a little sports segment.
Why'd you do that?
Now.
Oh,
Oh,
God damn it.
sports with Brandon. Oh,
Back
we
to
got
Michigan.
Theme
Back
music.
to Michigan.
Hold on.
But
theme
Cameron
music?
already knows what we're circling back to. Matthew doesn't like you any theme music now.
For those of you who don't know, that Matthew is a big fan of Big Blue up there in Ann Arbor.
The 2007 Appalachian State versus Michigan football game
I think I remember this one.
was a regular season college football game between the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Oh, Matthew, Michigan.
It was
There you go.
it was held at Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor on September 1st, 2007, and was the first game of the season for both teams. The Wolverines entered the game ranked number 5 in both major FBS polls, and media outlets considered them to be the preseason favorites to win the Big Ten Conference Championship, as well as possible contenders for the national championship.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year for Michigan that year.
While the Mountaineers were ranked number 1 in the Sports Network's FCS poll, and were preseason favorites to win their third consecutive FCS national title.
Brandon, I believe they were coached by Lloyd Carr that year, weren't they?
Michigan were indeed coached by Lloyd Carr.
Check that
Gary
out, Matthew.
Moore,
You remember
coach for App State.
Lloyd Carr? He was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, big fan, huh?
Fun fact about this game.
Fun facts not always guaranteed to be fun.
Vegas was so confident that Michigan would win that they refused to release a betting line for the game.
That's hurtful.
Sorry, gamblers.
That's hurtful.
The game was the first game ever broadcast on the newly debuted Big Ten Network.
Yeah. Who?
There's 14 teams.
Who called that game?
So the sideline reporter working her first game was Carissa Thompson.
Not what I asked, but good to know.
Apple user.
Color analyst Charles Davis of Madden fame,
Yeah.
and working play-by-play, a man best known for the following quote,
Do not quote what he's best known for.
and that'll be a drive into deep left field by Nick Castellanos.
And
And this might be the last time, and that'll make it a 4-0 ball game, as this may be the last time I put on this headset.
that was the career ender by Tom Brenneman in the self-inflicted category of forgetting.
I like to consider myself a man of faith.
Yeah, like what's the story?
Hot mic situation.
He quoted Blazing Saddles or some shit.
It was something.
He broke the rule of the podcast of the no gay F word, and he was
which
caught.
is also a rule of being on live broadcast television.
Oh, big time, even more so.
See, if he was in England, no one would have cared.
Yeah, they would.
Oh, it would have been the other. Oh, not the other one.
No, we're
never
trying.
mind.
We're trying.
Got
To,
it.
We're trying to get rid of that meaning too, because of what it infers.
It makes it okay.
It doesn't make it okay. It's the
No,
fact
that's what people use to make it okay.
Yeah, I know, but also it's an
Imaginary
excuse.
lines.
That's why you take. It has nothing to do with it.
Speaking of, real quick update, things going on in the world news. Russia moved over, then they moved back. Then there were some people in the woods, and then they had some mortars.
They took their left foot out.
And they shook it all about.
That's exactly what.
And they should-
And then so like
it was
they let
good
the people get out, and then the people in the woods took the mortars and like blew up the side of a kindergarten. But half
Allegedly.
the people were going to Russia, and half the people were going to Kiev. Oh, my buddy Jack in Kiev, he's doing good. He says it's all good. They're
Oh, wait a
crazy.
minute. You have a friend in Kiev?
Remember, he's getting on your Chernobyl thing for you.
Yo,
Oh fuck
Yeah,
yeah!
he's looking it up.
We have no
Did
updates
you really
to
forget
give
that?
on that.
He's a little busy right now. Anyway,
Trying not to get killed by Russians.
Yeah.
well, the Russians are saying that
Solid excuse. That's
the
a
Russians
good
are
reason.
saying it's separatists from Ukraine, and then the Ukrainians are saying they're Russian-backed separatists. So nobody knows who it is. So they're just trying to make this little town
So we
area a
know-
little war zone. So they all get into a little thing. Brief update: as of on the drive over here, President Biden and Putin are meeting in France to discuss what's going on.
Will our boy Emmanuel Macron?
Can
be
we
there?
just clear up? Even though we are a fictional podcast,
He's gonna bring fries.
I would. Boo. Fucking boo.
Those are actually Belgian. Thank you very much.
Nailed it.
He'll have them imported. He's rich.
Oh yeah.
well,
Get out of here, Owen Wilson.
thank you.
Wow. Anyways,
Wow.
I don't remember. So no, a few things that we want to clear up, even though it's a fictional podcast. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier about how to appropriately use Brandon. Ready? Okay, so Brandon, he said that he didn't know who was the separatists, but we do know there's a Russian separatist, but they live in Ukraine. Russia is handing out passports to said people, so then they become by default a Russian citizen or whatever. So now it's Russian people. So basically, they took a little chunk there, what they're calling Russian separatists. And it's really just, it's basically.
This is a giant fugazi. I mean, they let the people get out of the building and shit, and then they just threw the bombs up in the air. Like, nobody's been killed yet, right? It's literally as of now. I mean,
so the
fictional
thing is-
podcast, but
No,
I don't.
I mean, a lot of people have
actual
died in Ukraine.
facts. I haven't heard of any reported deaths. There's a lot of shelling back and forth between Ukraine and Russian. Also, to just
But
make
it's all about your news source too. So like, the news is going to tell us what they want to tell us. You know what I mean?
so you have to do what none of us ever do, but we have to do is you got to watch both fucking opposite sides reporting.
But I think they're both run by billionaires, and you're still going to get a biased opinion
Hold on
based
now.
upon the
So-
world of America.
So it's
Guns and bald eagles. They're going to keep us stupid and keep us the real story because they're doing shit behind the things. If you want my honest opinion from an economic standpoint, Putin rolled his trucks over there and then bought puts on the American S&P 500 and fucking put in a couple billion and fucking made a bunch of money and then drove them away, and then it'll watch it go back up because they're now meeting and going to work shit out. Watch it go back up because there's no other place to go than the American market, brother. That's where all the money is, in derivatives, to be specific. It's a quadrillion dollar market. I'll get into more about economics later, but I'll let you, because I need
is that
I
even
need
a
to
The
number?
problem with
rest.
that is that a lot of their money is frozen right now by U.S. sanctions. So good luck investing in the U.S. market.
yeah. Well,
Well, I'll get to that later, but go ahead.
what are you waiting for later? No, we're good. I'm just saying.
No, well, I need a few minutes. I got to relax. I'm all amped up.
Well, I hope
This
the fuck-
economic shit gets me all fired up.
Cameron,
That's my name.
I believe you brought an
Did
instrument.
you got your trailer review?
No. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to figure out what this instrument is that he brought.
Oh, ask him that first then.
That's what I was doing. Thank you.
It's called a kalimba.
It's called a what?
It's a kalimba.
What's a kalimba?
So basically, it has little metal things that catch vibrations. You can change the lengths of them to change the tuning, of course. It's just a wooden block, and it resonates the metal
A little closer
with
to
the
mic.
hole.
Put the thing a little closer.
Well, that sounded nice. It sounded like my mama's doorbell.
Welcome back. We're now playing elevator music with Cameron.
Won't you be
Oh,
my
it's
neighbor?
like a little music box. You just wind up the crank.
Yeah, it's
and,
like
a
a little
maybe
music
just-
box.
Without the annoying crank sound. I always thought that's what ruined music boxes.
Yeah.
So, where did you acquire this instrument?
Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Boring.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. Why would he bring that up?
You helped tear down that bridge in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Or was it some other bridge somewhere? He couldn't get his yacht through. So they like had to move a bridge or something.
No, that wasn't the bridge in Pittsburgh. Yeah, but that was a bridge that collapsed. But
Two rivers. Two rivers, Joe.
They have 3 rivers in Pittsburgh. If one gets blocked, they got 2 more. It's the Allegheny.
The Monongahela and the Ohio.
Well, that second one. What is it?
The Allegheny and Monongahela.
That cannot be the correct pronunciation, Brandon.
hold on, because I'm getting on the Jeff Bezos yacht.
I'm not from that part of the country, so I don't really know.
I'm from all parts of the country.
I know.
All walks
It's
of life.
nice here in Halifax, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Weather changes a lot.
90210.
That's not our zip code.
Oh, shit.
It's in the Netherlands.
Thinking of Melrose Place again.
Have you been writing that on all of your letters?
Yeah, that's why I haven't been getting responses.
That's exactly why. This is
Fuck.
okay. Tell you what,
The bridge is in the Netherlands, by the way. Go to Holland.
Joe Biden knocked down a bridge in the Netherlands. I'm confused.
No, Jeff Bezos.
He knocked down
Jeff
a
Bezos.
Oh, yeah, but
He's
they.
trying to.
But the Netherlands was smart and was like, "Yo, you got to build it back, motherfucker." For real, they were like, "Yo, if you want to do it, then you're gonna pay for everything, and we're gonna hike up the bill." It's fair.
Cameron's
Trailer.
trailer review. What'd you watch this week?
With
What was your trailer?
My trailer was. Shit. Let me grab my phone real quick. Sorry.
Once again,
I was
Cam-
prepared. I was
okay,
prepared. Shut.
We're gonna decide that here in a second.
I'm just a little stony baloney. Okay.
Stony Baloney. There's your T-shirt.
That's got to be a T-shirt already. They were saying Stony Baloney. in
It's
like
called the
60s.
Atom Project.
Okay.
The Atom Bomb.
Ooh, I saw
I've
that.
heard of that.
I can't wait to hear your review of the trailer.
So, it's basically this guy he just kind of wrecks a ship and just shows a kid. They end up being
Kinda
the
ship?
same person.
Spaceship.
Yeah, what kind
Basically,
of timeline?
I guess I don't know.
Future.
It's a
past?
time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Set
I'm
up.
terribly sorry. You have
Fuck
reached
you.
the 38-minute mark of the
I
day.
thought
going to
it,
bed.
It felt like 38 minutes.
It's time for
didn't wanna
Cameron
say
to
it,
go to
though.
bed.
That's why you started the segment is to cut me off.
No, not at all.
You know what? I'm gonna cut you off. Fuck you. I'm not going to bed.
I'm not. I don't tip my hand like that. I got a poker face over here, Cameron.
Yeah.
So,
You got to work tomorrow. You better get to bed.
I
Been getting a good night's sleep.
no. I don't sleep.
How's Tree?
if you can hear that right now, someone's phone is playing. And it's
I thought we had the.
Cameron apparently had the trailer playing
That's
on his phone.
Cameron's.
Yeah. Somehow the trailer started playing. I
He
guess.
was, he was trying to watch
so
the trailer
Google
while
heard
giving the
you
review.
and started playing the trailer of.
You're listening.
No, I pulled up the app, but I didn't. I closed
So
my
what's my
phone, and I
4
guess it hit play when I closed
You
it.
were trying to read someone else's review.
No,
from the
no,
you
you
dude,
can't
weren't
prove
you?
that. You can't
Oh.
prove that. That is liable. Brandon, help me out here. We're trying a new thing. We're defending Cameron.
Thank you.
That-
For what?
that
Don't get
sounds
used to
gross.
it. This
Don't
is
make
just
me
a test.
run this through my plagiarism, algorithm.
You're what?
Anyways,
What? Hold no.
so-
Hold on. What? What were those words?
Plagiarism, algorithm.
Okay. Good job. You got it that time. Certainly did not.
I need a drink.
It's
Cameron's
your-
got me all in a
it's your
tizzy.
drink. You're a grown ass adult. You can.
I know. I'm getting
but the third river in Pittsburgh's 3 rivers.
Ohio.
No.
Monongahela.
It's Ohio, Allegheny, and Superior. Nope, that's a
No.
lake.
Superior.
That's a lake.
That's
It
a
was
lake.
joke.
It is
The Monongahela.
Monongahela, yeah, or Monongahela.
Whatever.
Monongahela or Monongahela.
Potato, potato.
Blind squirrel finds a nut, man.
No, I mean he's right.
It's in my safe in the basement.
Your nut is?
All right, Cameron, you want to finish that review? Because it sounded really cool.
Well, he had to stop it from playing.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cameron, what was your...
So you're not going to bed. You're staying up. We believe
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank
that's
you.
why we stopped. No.
Shout
so,
out.
So it's about basically him and his younger self. They kind of meet up with his father. I don't know exactly what happens, but it all has to do with time. It's like a time ship. It's not much of a spaceship.
So it's future.
Yeah.
Future.
So
It's-
Back to the Future.
No,
It's
forward
it's
to
just time.
He
Forward to
doesn't
the
make
past?
out with his mom or anything, does he?
forward to the past. Nailed it. That's what we're doing. We're going forward to the past.
All right, got it.
Yeah, basically.
So how many dragon dildo dicks would you give it?
Well, his father is
2.5. Sight unseen, 2.5. Based on Cameron's review.
I'm genuinely so excited to see this movie. It looks like a
Sounds
well
like-
thought out and good story.
Did you tell us who was in it?
Ryan Reynolds?
That
Shout out.
there's
Yeah.
where.
Once
There we go.
again, we've already said it before. We'll say it again. We'll always say it. Open invite.
Mint Mobile.
invite.
Shout
Always
out.
busy.
Love him.
Yep, Big Mint Mobile. Not a sponsor. Could be.
Got a nice ass.
Okay.
Did you, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
We're giving out compliments here.
He
Now,
does have a nice ass.
on the off chance that Ryan Reynolds was considering the open invite, he immediately was like,
Does not want to sit next to
no,
Cameron.
dude, he would agree. He would be like, "Yes,
no,
I do have a nice ass."
I was gonna say I feel like knowing Ryan
Reynolds
Reynolds'
would
personality
agree.
that might
I mean,
make
he'd be
him
all right
want
with
more.
it.
also,
He put a lot of work into that.
I-
ad.
Now that's America's true ass.
no,
That's America's
now we're getting
true
weird.
ass.
Stop it. We're
Ryan
getting weird.
Reynolds, America's true ass.
He's Canadian.
Oh,
That's the most American thing about that comment.
that's hilarious. That's because
I mean, we had a
Americans are sometimes.
that we had to steal Canada's ass. I mean, really, what is America but Canada's ass?
Oh, that's hurtful. That is.
I mean,
I have friends in Canada, man, and
I'm just saying. Look at
Excuse me, Brandon.
They've
You're in
overtaken
the
us in
red
soccer
zone.
now.
If you do not vacate the red zone, you will be arrested and your truck
Brandon,
will
just
be
remember,
towed.
Canada is our friend.
Your
Whoever-
truck will be towed.
whoever
Oh,
thought-
that's fucking awful.
Whoever thought fucking Canada would go communist on us?
Pretty much two
mean-
two of the people at the table could see that happening. But also, too, those fuck nuggets sat there and jammed up the border there for a minute, too.
Fuck nuggets.
I'm just saying, man. Like, vote fucking better leadership, bro, if you want changes.
Is that your pitch for a
Otherwise-
T-shirt?
What?
Fuck nuggets.
That's for any country.
I
though.
like it.
Hey, I say,
absolutely not. Workers always use your right to strike.
yeah, every time. You gotta have leverage somewhere. This has been the more you socialist.
Totalitarianism with Canada.
No, not totalitarian. What? No.
Fascism.
That's the
with
opposite
Canada.
of communism,
Well,
right?
well, I
Brandon?
have no idea.
Yes.
I just think they're all big words and people should just get
See,
along.
But what you
And
what
these
you-
imaginary lines are ridiculous.
But what you just
And we all have these nukes, and we're not going to use these nukes because if we use nukes, then it's nukes on nukes on
See, the
nukes,
problem
and
with
nobody
both
wins.
sides whataboutism is that really it plays into right-wing tactics of, oh, none of it matters, no one should vote, because voter suppression is the only way that the right wins.
But where's the real power in the world?
Do you know where the power lies? Awesome song.
That doesn't make any sense, Brandon. But okay.
Brandon, please repeat
We'll
your
play it
point.
back for you on
Because
half
statistically
speed.
speaking, Republicans are more likely to win when fewer people vote.
That
Higher
wasn't half
voter
speed.
turnout is historically bad for Republicans.
Because
Goes to the
majority
electoral
of
college
this
anyway.
country,
Delegates, super delegates. I think we went there.
the majority of this country on a face is left leaning, right? The majority of the people.
Debate.
That's not a debate. Most significant issues that would come up, you would be wildly surprised how far left you went on most of them.
Political crayons with Cameron.
Oh, I'm not stepping into the political arena unless Brandon's there.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
mean, a case in point, just look at the last election, the highest turnout we ever had, and look what party won.
Because I believe people actually were more in tune and were more paying attention. Part of that because of fucking a year sitting on our asses at our house, like, gave us time to think. But that's the whole idea of them keeping us busy and keeping our mind off of, like, I don't know, actual
Because to
shit.
come back to Matthew's question, where the real power lies, it's all in the money. Gotta follow the money.
And who's got the largest market
I
in
mean,
the
that's
world?
fair, but
China.
No, it's us.
Oh, that's us. Hey, check us out. Number one.
USA.
Nope, it's
Yeah.
not the time for the chant. if it was time for the change,
That's why they'll never let them. You got circuit breakers in the market. So if it takes a dip too fast,
yeah.
they'll stop it and then they'll restart it. And if it does it again, they'll just shut it down for the day. There's like, it's like if it was like if you're at work or something and you knocked over some fries and they fell in the mop bucket or some shit and you're like, fuck it, I'm done. Let's get the fuck out of here. Bad day. They have circuit breakers built in for the way down. They don't have them built in if it goes up 1,000% in a minute.
Well, of course not.
Of course not.
Unlimited profit.
But you got to think, all the politicians make the decisions on the market where all the world money is.
It's almost like if you could influence them.
And if they influence them, people like Elizabeth Warren and shit that think they...
Also, like...
We all play by the same tax code, but
I get where
she doesn't get it.
She does get it. But
Exactly,
also,
she does, because all the politicians have their money in the market in options, and the options derivatives market is a quadrillion-dollar industry. So guess what? They're not going to let it crash. That's where all their fucking generational wealth is tied up in. It's going to go up always. It's just whether or not you're an idiot and get in and out at the wrong times and can't play the volatility right, because they're the ones making the fucking rules.
And this is where Matthew is right on things, at least in the U.S. system, where both parties are equally shit, because as the truth is, in America, we have two right-wing parties.
Yeah, it's corporate Democrats.
And Nancy Pelosi is the greatest hedge fund manager of all time. Her statistics are off the chart.
And even your lovely social democrats like Bernie and AOC kind of fucking suck compared to actual socialists.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, like, you got half the country or more than half the country that doesn't understand what the definition of socialism is and how much it would benefit the average fucking American. They just know they were taught in school socialism's bad, communism's bad, America all the way, capitalism's the only way it can happen. It's not.
Well, my opinion, socialism, I'm not going to pay for somebody's school when...
You already do that.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
God, I love you, Brandon.
Yeah.
No,
neither of us have kids. We still pay into a public education system.
Yeah, you're paying
to quote John Green, because I don't like living in a country full of stupid people.
and because fucking...
You should go use that library, too.
That's a
The
little
library's
bit
tight.
different. I'm not...
It's socialism.
Hold on. That's
yeah, but people still go in debt. In socialism, you're taxed so much that school is almost
Who goes in debt?
basically free.
Who goes in debt? People
Yeah,
here?
everywhere.
Well, you can just declare bankruptcy on debt, Cameron.
Not student loan debt.
That's student.
Yeah, not a student loan debt.
Good job, guys. You guys are so smart.
Because it's a racket. Which is
Exactly.
why we don't need it.
Because it's how
But
the
Karen-
older
but Cameron's
generation
like, well,
people
but
keep
Cameron-
young
but
people
Cameron's part of
slaves.
that generation that's just like, well, I had to pay for mine, so everyone else to pay for theirs.
See, that's the
No.
The idea is to make things easier for the future generations, Cameron.
No, that has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with if you're not going to school, why pay for it?
We're not just paying a bunch of money into like a random college fund for kids to use or not use. We are paying to actually properly fund the public education system that we already have in terms of public universities, and paying for those to be free and not $30,000 a year to go to.
You could literally you could have kids right now, ship them off to Slovenia, and they could literally apply for a visa. And when they do, they can literally go to the public university for 100% free.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense, Matthew.
I don't believe it. It's
That
crazy.
don't make no damn sense.
You want me to tie this off for you,
Go
Brandon?
to school out of the country.
Yeah, please.
I mean, that's the best bet.
Yeah.
It is
you
a
get
fucked
rid of your
system.
kids.
I
They'll
agree
grow
with
up
that.
pretty fast across
That's
the world.
problem. As U.S. citizens, we don't get those benefits. Those are benefits to the people living in those countries. I can't just like if I wanted to, I couldn't just go to Denmark or whatever, even though they have free public college.
Certain countries you can.
Yeah.
Slovenia's one. There's like two more. There's not a lot. There's only 3. I've looked into it though. I thought about getting a PhD in anesthesiology, but
And what's
I
the,
decided to pass.
And what's the cost of living in these countries, though?
Oh, goddamn. Imaginary lines, the exchange rate's in our favor, bro. We got the petrodollar. We're the United States dollar. Everything over there is like a third cheaper. Except if you're in the Eurozone where... Okay, so the exchange rate sucks to change it over if they accept euros or whatever.
Slovenia
But
just
the
joined-
problem is bread in London is going to be outstandingly... Not that you should eat carbs by any means. I was just using
Carbs
that as
fucking
a fucking...
delicious, Matthew.
It
I will
is
not
fucking
have
delicious.
I don't care if you're the health guy or not.
Well, I mean, you can make healthy
too?
bread. Whatever.
Thank you,
I
Lamar.
like a baguette every now and then.
a baguette.
A baguette.
Can you repeat what Lamarck said? Because I didn't hear.
Carbs help you burn fat.
Carbs help you
Carbs help?
burn fat.
Wow.
Not my experience, but yeah, we'll go with it.
I can't gain fat, so
Movement helps you burn fat.
Yo, that was the catch.
Food and the carbs.
I blame video games.
Listen, it's not anything health-wise.
Really?
It's not about counting calories. It's that whole calorie in out thing. Yeah, is it true? Sure. But it's more about what you eat and when you eat it. You can't eat right before you go to bed. You can't hit REM sleep. We've discussed this. You can't eat when you first get up because you got to burn off that energy from the sleep and you got to set your circadian rhythm. And that's what I was going to tell you, Cameron, since you're so depressed. Figured I would talk to you about trace minerals and how I think that you need a little more iodine.
I feel like this has come up before.
No. Iodine will help your thyroid, and the thyroid is the one thing in your body that absorbs the most iodine, a trace mineral that you need. Most Asians get it from sea kelp and oysters and fish and stuff. That's why they all have really good genes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So
we
you get
got
that in your diet, you get that thyroid rocking, and guess what that cures? Depression.
It's fucked up.
I'm going to make you so good. I'm going to make you superhuman. I'm going to turn you at least into Clark Kent.
My dad had his
Maybe
thyroid
not.
taken
Maybe
out.
not.
Oh,
Yeah, my dad had his thyroid taken out, and
And he's super depressed.
my blood. Oh, definitely. Used to be anyway. He's okay now.
Oh, they took out the depressing part.
yeah, they gave him back the good part.
Okay,
Well,
Took it out, put new parts in. It
definitely
I
not.
missed that class.
was like a pit crew.
They did put 2 metal rods in his back, and then they also screwed the rods in wrong, and it kind of damaged his left leg. Told him that he couldn't. In 5 years, you won't be able to walk. He said he got told that every year for 10 years.
He's still
Brandon.
walking.
Yeah, he's still walking. Actually, he's off all the pain medicine, and he's fine.
Power of the mind.
It is.
I was-
That's exactly what he says. It's
I
power of the
was
mind.
telling Lamarck that earlier.
The mind is the strongest thing. You can convince your mind to do anything.
Yeah, you have to have pleasure and happiness to experience sadness and pain. Otherwise, you wouldn't respect it.
Yep.
It's
So
like-
tying off that economic thing real quick, Brandon, I just need to tie this off. This was released this afternoon right before I had to do some other paperwork and shit. And I left it pulled up on my phone because I thought it was completely relevant to everything what we just talked about. Revealed. Credit Suisse leaks unmasked criminals, fraudsters, and corrupt politicians.
Credit what?
Credit Suisse, in case you guys aren't up on your Swiss banks,
I'm not.
UBS is the number one with market value, with so much under market cap or under asset management, and Credit Suisse is number 2. A massive leak reveals secret owners of $80 billion in this Swiss bank. The whistleblower, I guess a Snowden-like type of fella, leaked the bank's data to expose immoral secrecy laws. Clients included human traffickers and billionaires who ordered girlfriends' murder. Vatican, back to the Catholics, owned accounts used to spend $350 million in allegedly fraudulent investments, and a scandal hit Credit Suisse rejects allegations that it may be a rogue bank.
A rogue bank, like a Star Wars.
They've been a rogue bank for 3 decades. They've paid $4.9 billion in fines. Now, let me do the math real quick.
Please.
The ones that this is just the ones that got exposed. $80 billion. Over 3 decades, they've paid, say, $5 billion. I think they're doing just fine. It just proves to you that the rules don't fucking apply to the rich people.
So how do we become the rich people?
You have to do what they do.
What's that? Just be
Not take money from fucking human traffickers and billionaires who order girlfriends, but they'll just do the old deniability thing, right?
Yeah, they've been doing
Well,
it.
we didn't know that was there because it came from this offshore account and was funneled through Ireland to the double back to Amsterdam, and then it's got a LLC in Antigua, and they're registered in the Caymans.
Have you-
Fantastic.
Speaking of that, have you checked on?
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
most of the accounts, sorry, I didn't mean to get
No,
you
it's
off
all
there.
right. It's cool.
Most of the accounts from this $80 billion were from 4 separate places. I love playing this game, but I'm not going to make you all guess.
Thank God.
Venezuela, Egypt, Thailand, and politicians in Ukraine.
It's pronounced Ukraine. Привет, товарищ.
So I thought that would just tie up our global monetary thing for today, Brandon.
Nice.
So, if you wanted the shorthand note of that, burn it down.
Eat the rich.
Yup.
Aerosmith.
I don't want to miss a thing.
No, I think they had didn't they have a song called Eat the Rich, or wasn't it an album?
Sure.
No, I don't think
They
so.
had a song that was like pink is my favorite color.
Yeah. It's called Pink.
And then what it takes.
Also, fun fact, back to Portugal, sawgrass back in the day meant end of the world.
Now, you're saying sawgrass like the TPC at the sawgrass with the island green?
Well, that's spelled Sargres or something. I probably spelled that wrong, but
You sound convinced.
it's at the bottom left-hand corner of Portugal. You can't miss it.
I'll remember that next time I'm cruising through Portugal.
That's where I'm going. If you're going to do the podcast, you're going to have to fly on over.
There's such thing as Zoom, sir.
Shit.
It would be weird.
Would it be as fun?
It'd be weird. No.
Wouldn't be able to stare into Cameron's depressing eyes.
It was an Aerosmith song as well as a film in 1987 which had an original song written for it by Motorhead.
Motorhead.
What is this film?
Eat the Rich.
Do they actually eat the... Is this a Dial the Top Pass thing?
Eat the Rich is a 1987 British black comedy film directed by Peter Richardson, who shared writing credits with Pete Richards.
Shout out to Pete Richards. Open invite.
Let's see.
First time I've ever heard his name, but...
See, Alex is a waiter in a high-class London restaurant called Bastards, subject to the upper-class customers' daily contempt. He is fired for being rude to the clientele after witnessing a terrorist attack on an embassy. He robs a benefits office and goes on the run with his new friend.
Friend, air quotes.
So basically, the dude gets fired from an upscale restaurant and becomes a anarchist.
Was he a teenage anarchist?
Uh,
Was a teenage anarchist? Yeah! How about tonight we give it 35%? I'm just fucking killing it right now.
The quote "Eat the Rich" is originally attributed to Jean-Jacques Rousseau,
Oh, that guy.
who was a French-Swiss Enlightenment era thinker.
When was the Enlightenment era?
Late 1700s.
Wow.
I wasn't around. Matthew, do you remember that?
1700s?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I was
might.
here.
Is it cool back then?
Yeah, it was a good time. Doctors, to get sexual in the 1800s, Cameron, women used to come in and have migraines, and doctors thought it was because
They dick them down?
they. Excuse me.
I thought that's
They
what you were
take
gonna
them down.
I thought that's what you were going to say. That's what cured the headache, because it sounded like...
Well, the doctors in the
What?
the doctors in the 1800s. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go. Rewind.
There's doctors...
Doctors in the 1800s.
We were talking
Yes.
about the 1700s, but go ahead.
Yeah, but you asked me about that, and
Here we go.
I was young in the 1700s. I remember the 1800s.
I partied my ass off in the 1700s,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
I can't be held accountable. It's a different
I was
time.
born at the end of the 1700s. Anyway, women would go into the doctors in the 1800s, and they would complain of a headache, and the doctors assumed that it was because they couldn't have an orgasm, so the doctor would assist with it with a ba-da-da, a ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
A dildo?
No, one of these. Finger?
Oh, digital penetration.
No, real life analog penetration.
That's what
so
the
they
doctor.
just-
They just
called, man.
fingered.
That is? That's a thing? That's
Yes,
fetch?
Digital penetration. Yes.
How's that digital?
Digital. Your fingers, your digits.
Yeah.
Hi, Matthew. It's 2022. It's nice that you can finally join.
Could you send me more of these references so I'm up on them?
I will.
Those are so esh.
I mean,
Stop trying to make Ash happen.
he was born at the end of the
Not gonna happen.
1700s. What you expect?
What'd you say?
He's born at the end of the
So
1700s.
essentially, doctors in the 1800s were getting digital with women to give them orgasms so they could cure their migraine headaches.
And that's why it's called the digital age.
So whenever Jill has a migraine, I should probably just whip my
Digital her up,
Okay,
baby.
just remember, guys, Cameron did that.
Use a VPN. Use a
Cameron said
VPN.
that.
Use a
I like where
VPN.
this podcast went.
Matthew's been riding the high seas of the Pirate Bay, I see. Use VPN, man. Use
How is Jill?
Joe.
Jill, your girlfriend?
Jill, yeah.
Did you do anything nice for her this week? Do her laundry again?
Well,
Oh, she had a headache.
Matthews, Poetry
Yes!
Corner.
Been waiting all
Matthews,
Oh,
Poetry Corner.
with Matthew.
Switch that up again, too. Did you hear that? That's
Yeah, I
fucking
did.
awesome.
It's fresh.
ooh,
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I had a night. I had a day. I did 1,000,000 stupid things. I said 1,000,000,000 foolish things. I'm not okay.
What?
I got a baseball bat beside my bed to fight off what's in my head, to fight off what's behind my meds. I'm lonely, lost in pain. But Cameron, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You're not a monster, just a human, and you've made a few mistakes. Cameron, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You're not gruesome. You're just human.
Is this real?
And you've made a few mistakes. It's all right. It's okay. I've been rocking Mother. It's all right. It's a Canadian band, brother sister. Got another girl in there, super good, super talented, very good harmonies. Love to see them live. Brandon.
Okay, I've been rocking with a lot of MGMT this week. Going back to some of the older stuff, I'm gonna go with "Congratulations" this week, the title track off their second album.
Management.
Yep.
Cameron.
there's a band called Pictures of Verona. The song is called "Welcome to the Sack." It's kind of funny. Just because he gets really into it, actually. It's a really emotional song, and he gets really into it. It's whack.
Gets really into the sack. Joe.
So, a big part about Poetry Jam is the fucking love for music, right? So, punk band, The Interrupters, song's called On Turntable. The lyrics are, never had much, grew up with nothing, but the music always meant something. And that's from their 2016 album, Say It Out Loud.
Thank you all very much. That's what we're rocking this week. I really appreciate you all contributing. But on Matthew's Poetry Corner, I think it should just be Matthew reading his lyrics.
So, actually,
you guys just give I don't
You
know.
know what?
Who approved you guys just throwing out
You
fucking
can
lyrics, dude?
we can do whatever the fuck we
See,
want.
This is why I never throw in the lyrics.
So, this is what
I
happens.
love Brandon's on point.
Okay,
you guys
so-
you could learn a lot from
No,
him.
but listen now. Well, you need to know the whole facts because earlier when I asked him about that, I said, "Hey, do you think Matthew would be mad if I not hijacked it, but added a subsection of Matthew's Poetry Corner?" And what did that son of a bitch say off air? Oh yeah, man, that's a great idea. Matthew won't care.
I did it
And
last.
now here we are on the fucking recording, and he's, "Oh yeah, Matthew, that's fucked up, man. I can't believe they did that. That's fucked up."
I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top.